What's up, everybody? It's HBT, man. I am running late, but hey, guys, man, I'm trying to get this thing set up, and I'm in a different room. I'm in my studio. So, guys, I'm just here right now, just getting set up. I got a few things that I need to do. I have my wife's phone, and that phone is dying, so I'm trying to hook that thing up so I can pretty much pull up the AEW roster so we can talk about that roster. And, man, I'm right here behind my keyboard. You can't really see it right now in the camera, but, hey, I'm going to be dropping some music, and I'm going to talk about AEW, guys, and what it's going to take for AEW to get over into the next step. But, hey, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing started. But give me just a few minutes here. I'm just going to play a little bit of music while I'm getting set up here, guys. Wow. Let me go ahead and hook this thing up. Let's see. I had planned on putting my mic in here. Let me go ahead and do that. Give me just a second here. See what I'm doing here. All right, guys. But yeah, just give me a moment here, guys. Check some things out here. See what's going on. All right, 20th Century Kind Master is in the house. What's going on, Charity? Charity, come on tonight for Raw, man, and I'm going to put you on for Raw, okay? Give me just a moment here, man. Like I say, I'm just now trying to get started. So, yeah, right. All right, 20th Kind Masters, 20th Good Kind Master CSX 2024 says StreamYard Audio Library. Send a link or else. No! No, 20th Charity Kind Master, my man. All right, my young man, my friend, Lucas, Charity. This is my own music, man. This is my original music that I'm playing here, okay? All right, guys. But, yeah, just sit back. And like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about AEW Dynamite, man. I'm going to turn my mic on here. Pretty much, we're going to talk a little bit about AEW Dynamite. And we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about some other things. And like I said, we're going to do some of this music production here, guys. But, hey, I'm just playing around in my studio. And, yeah, we're going to talk about AEW. Tonight, we're going to have Monday Night Raw. And we're going to have Monday Night Football. Christopher Burton is going to be talking about Monday Night Football. His Philadelphia Eagles are going to play. So he does not want to miss that. All right. But hold on, guys. Just stay with me. Stick it out with me. All right. Let me change some things around here, guys. All right. No! Oh, snap. Right. Back in here. Okay. Got my wife's phone right there. In a little bit, I'll be bringing up AEW, guys. I'll bring that up in just a little bit. And, we'll go from there. But let me go ahead and change up some of this music, man. Break this thing down a little bit. Hey. Break down some of these sounds. I'll try to break it down just a little bit. Green Randall is in the house. What's up, my man, Green Randall? Man, it's good to see you coming in, rocking right like right now. Hey, all I'm doing right now, I'm just pretty much dropping some beats, here. All right, my man, Green Randall says AEW has been on point. Hangman versus Swerve was a classic. Yeah, I will say that. The story with Mox is amazing. The Elite are, as usual, delivering. And Jack Perry has won me over. Okay, man, he's winning a lot of people over, to tell you the truth, Green Randall. Green Randall says, also, the Outrunners are awesome. Yeah, a lot of people like the Outrunners. We'll see where everything goes from here, man, with the Outrunners. But, hey, like I said, hey, look. Kind Master, my man, Charity. That's Charity. Lucas. Appreciate you coming in. I appreciate Green Randall coming in. All right, guys, let me bring that bass back in here on this beat. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. So, all right. Yeah, like I said, man, look, we'll be talking a little bit of AEW here in just a little bit. Christopher Burton will be on tonight, man. We'll be on tonight. We'll be doing this Monday Night Raw, guys. But yeah, like I said, I'm just playing around here in the studio, dropping some of my music here, some of my beats. All right, let's see. Let's drop a few other things here, guys. Drop a few other things, see what we got going on here. Drop that. I will break down each part of the beat, you know, so show you how I run it from scratch. Here's just the kick drum there. All right, kick drum. I you know, put a kick drum down. I know the kids today, they like to run it. You know, the kids today, they do it all on Fruity Loops, and you know, they do it all on computer. They have different software that they do it, Cakewalk, all kind of things. But you know, I'm old school, man. Everything comes off of my old synthesizer and drum machines. You know, those type of things. That's what I like to use as far as putting together my tracks and everything. That's you know, snare drums, a little bit of hi-hats for that beat, some more hi-hats. There's some toms there that I threw in the beat. Bass line. My favorite thing to put in songs are bass lines. Bass lines was very important for R&B music, rap music back in the day, especially R&B music, guys. All right, I got a little synth bass here coming up. A little bit of piano that I put in there. So some piano will be coming up here. Just going over a few things here, guys. Then I'm going to bring, there's some good funk guitar. All right, so then we're going to bring this thing back here. Yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking in here with me. All right, let's bring this thing back. What did I just do? Oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right. All right, man. If you're here with the Straight Up Wrestling Show, hit that like, share, join. If you're on Facebook, if you're here on YouTube, hit that like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know we're on like times like these. And if you're on Twitch, you do the same thing that you do on YouTube, guys. So yeah, right now I'm gonna go into this AEW thing, man. Let me turn off this music, but let's go into this and talk about AEW. Let's talk about AEW, guys. Let's talk about AEW and the future of AEW and where they're going. Last episode of Dropkicks and Body Slams, I pretty much went over how I would start off AEW. You know, hey, build a foundation. Any company, man, the first thing you want to do is build a foundation. One thing that AEW did have the luxury of. Now, I know they started it out as, you know, a lot of these independent guys came together to put together this organization. Then you had Tony Khan, who came in with a lot of money, guys, a lot of money. I don't know his initial investment. Maybe it was 100 million, I think, or 200 million or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but we all know that his father is a billionaire, which makes him a billionaire too. But, you know, I don't know exactly how much they put into it, but I know is as far as the past 5 years, they have put a lot of money into AEW, and they have they have a flagship show, AEW Dynamite, and you have two smaller shows with Rampage and you have AEW Collision, and they have a lot of great talent. They started off with great talent, but they got a lot more talent that that they actually need to get over. And so last episode I talked about AEW establishing the stars, establishing a tag team division, maybe going away a little bit from this six-man tag team, all these six-man tag team matches, and going away from a lot of these specialty matches that they continue to do constantly over and over again. So basically, that's what I was talking about. AEW establishing themselves, establishing the stars, man. You got to do that. And that's one thing that I have put out on a couple here. I have put out, I put out some shorts on that and everything from that episode, but they got to establish their stars, man. They got to establish the top of the top of the card, guys who's going to be there every time you turn on the TV. These are going to be your top guys. AJ Scales, what's going on? Your top guys. Then you got to have your mid card guys. You got to have you got to have upper mid card guys, then your mid card guys, then your lower mid card guys, and then you got to have your jobbers, the guys that lose all the time, even though you might see them about every week. These guys are losing matches. They are putting over the big names. They might be great wrestlers, or they might look good in the ring, but they put over the bigger names. And AEW need to establish that. If they don't establish that, if they don't outright establish that, guys, you can forget about them building stars. They will never build stars in that company the way that they're doing it. And you can't build stars. You can't build stars with 50-50 booking. I know WWE does a lot of 50-50 booking too. And when it boils down to it, a lot of these guys are over, but that's because of the machine. The machine that WWE is, they build up everybody to be superstars, and they've been doing it for a long time. I remember when Vince McMahon started that on Saturday Night Main Event or whatever, and he used to do it on Saturday mornings. WWE superstars, it was WWF superstars, but those guys was not superstars. Everybody cannot be a superstar in your company. You have guys that are stars or whatever. I guess you can call them superstars as far as their appeal outside of wrestling, because WWE wrestlers. He built that company up to where they were so successful that everybody knew the WWE wrestlers back then, the WWF wrestlers. But that's not the case anymore. But that name, the WWF, is like, that's a marquee name, and it's huge out here. It's huge. It's just like, it's not as big as the NFL, but it's just as prominent as the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, or whatever, Major League, soccer, or whatever, the NHL, or whatever you want to call it, National Hockey League. It's a name, the WWE. WWE, you can say WWF, especially if they went back to WWF. But either way it go, man, that is huge. That is huge out here. All right, let's see. All right, AJ Skills say, hey, Harry, AJ Skills, Harry, Monday Night Raw is tonight. NXT is tomorrow night, plus AEW Dynamite is Wednesday night. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys, let me go back here a little bit, man, and I want to check out something at the beginning, see how everything was sounding here as far as I was playing music. So give me a second. We'll talk a little bit about AEW Dynamite, man. We're going to turn my mic on here. All right. Pretty much. We're going to talk a little bit about AEW Dynamite. I want to make sure I'm not. We're going to talk about, I'm making sure I'm not blasting everybody out or anything with the music. I'm not too loud with this. But, guys, so AEW, of course, we got Monday Night Raw tonight. And I'm not exactly sure the full card. I'm not sure about the card tonight. But hopefully we have a great Monday Night Raw tonight. And like I said, Christopher Burton will be watching the football game. So we'll be getting updates on that. And, so we'll be doing a lot of different things, not just Monday Night Raw. We will be doing Monday Night Football. Guys, I'll be in a different room right now. Like I said, I'm in my studio room. I got the window open and everything. And I have the keyboard in front of me. So, hey, I'm here messing with the keyboard and everything. And like I said, just playing a little bit of music and here talking to you guys, man, straight up. But, AEW, this is one thing I did want to do. I did want to up and go over the roster, go over the roster, look at their roster. But I think I'm pretty much going to hold off on that, to tell you the truth. I'm going to hold off on that And I think I'm going to make videos of that, man, when it boils down to it. I will talk about this a little bit, but I think I will make videos of it so everybody can come in and join the see. Of course, they can come into the live. They can watch the live a little bit later. But, yeah, I will be doing a little bit of that. Right now, I'm just going to talk about it a little bit, guys, and talk about Monday Night Raw. Because, like I say, Monday Night Raw is tonight. That's what we got going on. And, man, hopefully you come in, check it out. But, hey, like I said, if you right here right now, hit that like, share, join. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding, 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 so you know we're on like times like these. And do the same thing if you catch us on Twitch. If you're over there on Twitch, you do the same thing. And when you see us on X, man, hit that like, tweet, and retweet, and follow the Straight Up Wrestling Show over on X, guys. We definitely appreciate that, man, 100%. All right. Give me just a second here. Let me share a couple things here over on Facebook. What in the world's going on? Oh, snap. Okay, give me just a second here, guys. But yeah, let me check out a couple things. You know, hey, I want to go ahead and I do want to do some sharing, but I guess I can't do that because hey, I got this thing on my phone right now, unless I go on to my computer and do it. But that's okay. That's definitely okay. Let me see. Maybe I can do it from my wife's phone here. 0409. All right, but yeah, in a minute, man, we'll talk a little bit about AEW. We'll talk a little bit about AEW Raw. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up here in just a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna talk a little bit, like I say, a little bit about AEW. It's just basically an AEW discussion show. That's what I put out there. So we're gonna talk about AEW, and I'm gonna go ahead and break their roster down, talk about their roster a little bit, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna come back because I really do need to stop. And, I really need to break down that whole roster like I said I was going to do. I have did that before, but I never have really finished because the roster is so big, guys. It's so expansive. So I think I'm going to have to stay up a little third shift, late night type thing. And so I can pretty much lay it down, lay it all out exactly how I would like to see it, play out if I was booking it, guys, if I was booking it. So that's the way we're going to do it. That's the way we're going to do it. All right. Let me see something here. Let's see if I can pull up something. Let's see. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. All right. I did what I had to do. I see a lot of people coming in. I appreciate you coming in. Like I say, everybody, as you come in, go ahead and hit that like button, man. Go ahead and hit that like button wherever you at and share. Appreciate that 100%. And let me go back over here on. Take that 100%. Okay. All right. Black Rain 7920 is in the house. What's up, my man? All right, but AJ Skills said before that, Harry, Monday Night Raw is tonight, NXT is tomorrow night, plus AEW Dynamite is Wednesday night. Yes, sir. AJ Skills, hey, Harry, tonight on Monday Night Raw, Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed tonight. Wow, okay. Tsunami time, man. Is Braun Strowman going to get revenge on Bronson Reed for what happened? But, what happened about him taking that tsunami on that car, man, on the rooftop of that vehicle. That was crazy. Black Rain 7920. I heard this drama between Mercedes and a few other female wrestlers. I believe it. I definitely believe that. And, I hear some other rumors over there too, man. I hear, and I know it's been going around for a while, but I hear that not Mercedes Moné, but Britt Baker and Adam Cole, I hear they're done, man. I hear they're finished, Black Rain. So that's kind of crazy. That is literally crazy, man. But, wow, it's just so many things going on in the world of professional wrestling. But yeah, let me bring up that AEW. Bring up the AEW roster, guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that. Give me a second here. 98. My wife, she blocks things off. I got her phone, so I don't want to be dealing with a big computer. But let me go and play another track. While I bring up that, I'm just gonna go ahead and let this track play a little bit. right, guys, I got that roster here. Guys, like I said, look, guys, I'll be messing with my music a little bit. I'm just here right now in the studio, just playing around a little bit with my music and everything, man. That's something I'm getting back into. But yeah, we will be talking about this AEW roster here in just a moment. But yeah, I'm just messing around with this music thing, guys. Guys, about to break this thing on down, man. Go ahead and level this thing on out and go ahead and talk about this AEW roster a little bit. I just brought it up. See, make sure I got it right there on that set. All right, guys, let me go ahead and get into this roster, man. Let's talk about this roster a little bit. Stop playing around with this music. But I appreciate you guys sticking in here with me, man, checking it out. All right, but let me go ahead and get some comments. Yeah, I'm all over the place. You know, hey, this thing is not really organized. I'm not organized in this room right now. As far as my studio room, I have been in the past. But, hey, I stopped playing, stopped messing with music for a while there for like a whole year. I pretty much took a sabbatical from it. And, hey, just been bringing equipment, putting things into this room, man, just different things into this room. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it set up and just basically go back and start doing a lot more of my music right now. I'm just back into some music production. AJ Scales, hey, Harry, since Adam Cole and Britt Baker are done with AEW, do you think both of them may return to WWE or go to TNA Impact? AJ Scales, I don't even think they're together anymore. From what I'm hearing is Britt Baker and Adam Cole is not together as a couple anymore. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, brother. Straight up. I have no clue. Now, would the WWE sign her at this time? They probably will. Now, will they sign Adam Cole? Not as a wrestler, not at the size he's at now. I definitely don't think they would do that. I do think Triple H may sign him because Triple H he has a thing for those old his old NXT roster. You know, his whole NXT roster. Now I ain't gonna say his whole NXT roster, but he has, you know, he has a love for those guys. So he may, you know, he may be one of these people that he may bring them in. He may bring Adam Cole back in. He might put him on the main roster because the kid has a lot of talent, man. You know, I ain't gonna call him kid. Young man has a lot of talent, but I don't know if he's big enough. He will look very small on that roster, very small. He got to the point where he looks small as far as over in AEW, but I mean, he's got a lot of work to do. And as far as working out or whatever, he's been working out for a lot of years. You know, you have great muscle memory, but he's going to have to get a little bit bigger. We know what Vince McMahon wanted to do when Vince McMahon wanted to make him a manager. You know, hey, and Adam Cole wasn't going for that. But hey, maybe he was on to something. I don't know. But let's go ahead and look at what we have, guys. We have Bryan Danielson. He is the AEW World Champion. Bryan Danielson is the AEW World Champion. Now, is he a great representative as the AEW World Champion? Right now, as he's been ailing, this guy has gone through a lot as far as injuries. He's had a lot of injuries here lately and all that. So I'm not exactly sure, but would he have been a great representative of the AEW World Champion within the first couple months, 1 or 2 months, within to his tenure of being in AEW? I believe so. That's when they should have pulled the trigger, but they did not do it. They didn't do it, guys. So, hey, man, that's on Tony Khan. Tony Khan messed that up, just like a lot of different things that he have been late on. And, hey, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, I'm not trying to knock Tony Khan, because like I said, it's a knock on Tony Khan. It's a knock on other people that that's in the know that should know better, that, hey, this guy, they should have pulled the trigger with him a while back. All right, Mariah May is the AEW World's Women's Champion. Is she a good representative of that title? I think so. I'm not going to sit here and say she's better than Toni Storm. Toni Storm is he's been in the game a little bit longer. Toni Storm is a better wrestler, but you got other girls over there. Who's probably more deserving. But Mercedes Moné she can put that title on her, let her hold that thing for anywhere between 2 to 3 months. Within the third month, and then you end up maybe taking it back off on her, taking it back off of her. And my first, my thing is, the person I think who should take it off of her is the person who she ended up defeating for the title in the first place, and that should be Toni Storm. Not saying that Toni Storm is my favorite, but Toni Storm should take it from her, and then Toni Storm should go on a 4 or 5 month run. She does not need to do the old lady gimmick anymore, the timeless Toni Storm. Don't do that, but go on a 4 or 5 month run, and then have her defending the title against people like Hikaru Shida. And, if Serena Deeb pretty much get healthy and able to wrestle, have her going against Hikaru Shida, Serena Deeb, and who else? It was somebody else I was thinking of. But yeah, you can definitely have her go on a little run. You have Jamie Hayter back. You can have her defend against Jamie Hayter. But Jamie Hayter will be a good champion. She was the champion before I think she left. But yes, so you have her going that, and then you have her lose the belt. I mean, and you have not Ruby Soho, but what's the other girl name, man? I can't think of a name. The Mexican girl. The Mexican girl, she's pretty darn good, but even her, and then have her win the title. I can't think of her name right now. For some reason, I can't think of her name. Maybe I'll pull it up, but have her win the title. But I think Mariah May should hold that title for a few months here. Don't take it off of her on the next pay-per-view or whatever. Let her hold it for a few months into, maybe at the end of this year. We're in September, October, November, December. I will let her hold it into sometime in December, but close to Christmas time, have it taken off her around, December the 18th or something like that. Somewhere in between that. Armor Clark is in the building. What's up, Armor Clark? All right, I'll be reading your comments in just a moment. Armor, give me a minute here. All right, next we have Mercedes Moné as the TBS champion. Look, is she worthy of that title? Yes, she is. She is worthy of having the top title as far as women's title in AEW, All Elite Wrestling. But the bottom line is this: people have gotten tired of Mercedes Moné, and she's got a problem, guys. The more you hear her speak, or the more you see her, people get upset or whatever. She really doesn't have a lot of charisma. That was all that machine up there, that WWE machine that was backing her, that was pushing her out there. Sasha Banks that made her look good. Now, she came out the first couple weeks and did her thing, and she looked good. And, they kind of was pushing her. But AEW has a problem here. They do not know how to build stars. And this girl right here, Mercedes Moné, we see that she does not have a stage presence outside of the big, the big spotlight that was on her. The big spotlight is what made her stage presence look good. She does not look good out there. She can't generate her own. She can't generate her own praise. She does not have a presence, like I said, guys. And she's not good on the mic. She's not a very good speaker. So yeah, it's just wow. So you have a problem there. But can that problem be solved? Can you still make her look good? Can you still make her look good as the as the TBS champion, AEW TBS champion, and make her the #1 female in that company? Yes, it can be done, but you have got to do it right. You have got to find somebody that can come in there and know how to market her right. Now, she can be marketed right. You don't want to bring her out there when she's giggling and laughing and smiling and all that stuff. Do that a little bit. Tone that down 80%. Tone that down 80%. Have her come out there and look like a serious champion. Have her talk just a little bit. And she's on the same plane that Claudio Castagnoli, who I think should be the world heavyweight champion over there in AEW, be a great representative. And you need to have Claudio Castagnoli for 2 to 3 years, man, holding that title. Or, him at least having a back and forth run, maybe losing it twice. But pretty much getting it back pretty quickly within a month or two, getting that title back. He should have a 3-year run as that champion, and he needs to have a manager or a valet to pretty much talk for him, bring him out, and you style and profile this guy and have him like Jason Statham. Man, he'll be an excellent champion for them. But Mercedes Moné is in the same book. She's in the same book. I know she's coming out there with Camille. She's doing her thing. She has Camille coming out. But, Camille doesn't really have a great personality herself, guys. She doesn't have the personality to pretty much put Mercedes out there in the spotlight. She's just a big brute. She's brutal. She knows she's a good wrestler and everything. But Mercedes Moné needs somebody to come out there who can pretty much put her in a great spotlight, know how to talk, know how to present her as, maybe a gentle flower, but somebody that's explosive. But you gotta find a good manager. And on the indie scene, there's even a couple guys here I would recommend here from South Carolina, from South Carolina, North Carolina, these areas. There's guys I would recommend to go out there and pretty much promote her, be her PR person, really push her. And she can be pushed to the moon, guys. So she is a great representative as the TBS champion. But right now, she's not. It should be taken off of her, and maybe they should bring somebody up like bring somebody up from Ring of Honor, or they need to put that title on a Red Velvet or somebody like that. Get that title off of her for right now. All right. And then, like I say, and repackage her, and then she can go for the world title, man, and she can win that thing and be a great representative and be a superstar over there in AEW. All right, man. The Young Bucks, the AEW World Tag Team Champions. Wow. They need to lose these titles, guys. They need to lose these titles. Maybe the FTR. And then FTR, I would say FTR should take these titles off the Young Bucks. Then FTR goes into taking on the top 3 or 4 contenders for the titles. And then they end up being in a feud with the Gun Club, and they lose to the Gun Club at the beginning of the year, January. Maybe December, late December. I'll say January. In January, they lose that title to. They lose the title to the Gun Club, and you build the Gun Club up to where there's something fantastic. Take that, like I say, the one that has a beard. I don't know if it's Austin, or I don't know if it's the other one, Cade, or whatever his name is. Those two, the Gun Club. Those two brothers. Have them come in the way they came in. They came in the coolest cats, man. Those kids were so cool. And, great bodies and everything. Came in there with their father. The father have a great body, everybody knows. But have those guys come out and let those guys be top of the ladder. And you can have them going back and forth for a year with FTR, building those guys up. They can go back and forth. FTR can win the title from them a couple times, but they get the titles back fast. You have FTR. You use FTR. FTR dominates the tag team division, but they kind of like the Road Warriors. Really don't need the titles, but they win the titles a couple times, hold them for 6-7 weeks, and then they lose them back to the Gun Club. But the Gun Club, you build those kids up, you make those guys look like the Steiner brothers, man. You just do. The Gun Club is somebody that they can take wrestling to the general public for AEW. They can build AEW back up. Definitely put those titles on the Gun Club, man. In my opinion, that's who should have the titles. And you want to get them away from Juice Robinson and Jay White. They don't need to be around Juice Robinson acting goofy and everything like that, because they looked better when they was all cool and everything when it came out with their dad. But that goofy gimmick, I do not like that. Man, they need to let that thing rest. All right. Diamante. Okay, Diamante. Oh, yeah, Thunder Rosa. Yeah, Thunder Rosa. Thank you, Alma Clark. Thank you. All right. All right, AJ Skills. Hey, Harry, it may be John Moxley versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW Championship, maybe coming up real soon. Okay. Alma Clark, what's up, Harry? How are you doing this afternoon? I'm doing okay. Had a very bad weekend going through anxiety and depression. Oh, Alma, sorry about that. Got a lot of prayers for you, Alma. All our prayers are with you. Almost had a scary situation. Talk about it later. Prayers needed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Alma. Yeah, we'll be praying for you. Alma says Thunder Rosa. Diamante, okay. Thank you, Alma Clark. AJ Skills, hey, Harry. Chris Statlander should challenge Mercedes for the TBS Women's Championship. I'll agree to that. Green Randall, did you see Chris Jericho break of the best friends photo over OC's head? This feud is not going to be for everyone, but I am loving it. I love how pretty Chris Jericho is in this feud. Okay. Green Randall, having an attack, an emotional weak spot, that is the best friends, and how they ended is a good heel move. The author hinting that Big Bill might turn on Chris. Wow, man, that would be very interesting. Green Randall, very interesting. Green Randall said, I'm sorry, but Mercedes sucks. She's not good on the mic. She's supposed to make up for that with her amazing and ring ability, but her last 2 pay-per-view matches have been the worst on the card. Yes, they have, Green Randall, but can that be fixed? Yes, it can be fixed. I know it can be fixed. There's things out here on the indie scene that me and Chris have been involved in, and I've seen other people involved in that have fixed things out here on the indie scene, with guys who are great wrestlers. Because I've seen great wrestlers have bad matches and come back and do amazing things. So that can be fixed. That really can. AJ Scales, Harry, Chris Statlander, who should she challenge, the AEW Women's Championship or the TBS Women's Championship? I'd rather for her to go. Yeah, I think it'll be great between her and Mercedes Moné. Not Mercedes Moné, but between her and Mariah May, even better than her and Mercedes Moné, to tell you the truth. I would like to see those two women clash. Similar size, the styles would be great to mesh with each other. But Mercedes Moné, she's better than Chris Statlander, but for some reason, I don't think it'd be a good match. Right now, it wouldn't be. All right, Green Randall, I know this is an AEW stream, but this transcends wrestling. Grayson Waller is going back to Australia, giving the whole nation the Grayson Waller rub it so desperately needs. I hear you, Green Randall. Green Randall, the Aussie icon, the ultimate Iron Survivor, Australia's favorite son, Glorious Chris, and Waller is returning to his old stomping ground to PWA at the Coliseum event. Okay, Green Randall says the Young Bucks are doing some good things with those belts. They're starting to ramp up title defenses, so they are listening to fan criticism. I disagree. The Guns should not be the ones to defeat. I know you disagree with that, Green Randall. I know you do. But you know what? Hey, the proof is in the pudding, man. The proof is in the pudding. Every time the Young Bucks come on the scene, if you go and look at the ratings breakdown, every time they come on TV, they lose fans. The fans, man, just leave. They stop watching the TV in droves. They turn it to something else. They just do. They just do. The Young Bucks turn people off, man. They do. The Young Bucks can be better. The Young Bucks can be great. And look, the only reason I said that, I said repackage the Young Bucks. I'm not saying throw them away, but take the titles off of them and repackage those guys, man. They are great. They are great. They could be like the Rock and Roll Express. They could be something special, and they need to do it while they still have a little bit of youth on their side. Straight up, man, Green Randall. All right, the Outrunners should be the ones to dethrone the Elite. They are the most overtaxed team in the division right now. Everybody likes the Outrunners. Right now, I'm not convinced, Green Randall. I'm not convinced with them. I like them. They remind me of old school team, but the Outrunners will be a great team to be in that gauntlet. As far as you got to build up a great tag team division. I'm talking about if you're going to have tag champs, build up a great tag division. Do not, like I said, do not be putting these guys in 6-man tag matches, man. Do not be doing that. Do not be having these guys, doing all these crazy matches, 3 or 4 teams in there, vying for one title or vying for a number 1 shot. You don't have to do that, especially if you got great tag teams. And hey, the Outrunners, man, those guys will make great contenders for the titles. But I think the Gun Club should have those titles. And the Outrunners, they could be one of the teams that vie for it. But, you got enough teams over there. You got enough greatness over there and enough wrestlers over there where you can have another tag team. You got another tag team belts where you got the Ring of Honor belt. So you really don't have to do that. But, man, they can do some amazing things straight up. But, I understand what you're saying, Green Randall. But like I say, I know you all into the Young Bucks, man. But the Young Bucks have did what they did. They have done what they done. And right now, the young Bucks, like I say, they have turned off their fans, man. They have turned off the fans. So when it's when it's done, it's done. Man, it's kind of like Mercedes Moné. You take some things. If you take something away from somebody, sometimes it's hard to get it back. Now the elite, the EVPs, yeah, they're doing that and they doing what they want to do because man, they own, not really own part of the company, but they are what they are, the executive vice presidents, and they or Tony Khan's little, he's their, they're his little darlings, man. Along with Orange Cassidy and everything like that. But don't mean they need to be the champions. These guys, I'm sorry, they're not going to build up that company. They are not going to build that thing up. They've had a lot of time to do it, but all they, I'm not going to sit here and say they're staying on it. I say let them go and be repackaged. They can be great. They can be outstanding. But right now, man, they're not going to get it. I don't care how much they're pushed or whatever. They are not going to get it. Those guys should be just as over as a Cody Rhodes, man. They should be. They should be. They should be major out here. But you think it's going to happen from what we've seen so far? It's not. It's not, man. And I'm just being straight up. That thing is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. So, in my opinion, I ain't going to just say in my opinion, a lot of people's opinion, they need to break that thing up. I ain't going to say break it up. Those guys need to go and be repackaged. That's the way I see it. They need to repackage that ship. And, man, I think everything will be great when they come back. Let those guys come back focused. But everybody, man, that does anything over there at AEW, they got to do it with hunger, man. They got to do it with hunger. These kids got to stop and say, hey, look, man, we got the money and everything, so we can relax, and to get the fans in. And this is the thinking of a team like Elite and a lot of these other people that has a say with Tony Khan. Tony, let's do some hardcore stuff. Let's continue to do crazy stuff that's going to get the people in the building. But no, it's not. It's not. Hey, give us great wrestling, man. Give us great wrestling. And the Young Bucks, they're a great team. Hey, but prove it. Go in there and win matches, dominate, man. Do things that's going to make sense in the ring. Those guys are incredible. But, man, yeah, right now, yeah, the Young Bucks, I think the titles need to be taken off for these guys. All right, AEW International Champion Will Ospreay, a great representative of that title. I think he needs to talk a little less, not much. Tone it down maybe 20%. Let him continue to do his thing. Do not let anybody, man, keep Don Callis away from him. Keep him out of these little, groups. Maybe have a friend or two, but like I said, God don't need many friends, man, and let him do his thing as an incredible aerial performer, incredible tactician in the ring. Let him continue to do his thing, man. Jack Perry. Woo! God almighty, man. Jack Perry. What can I say about Jack Perry, man? He's the TNT champion. God. Not a huge fan, but he's an annoying guy. He's one of these guys that he's like a 1, 2, 3 kid, dynamite kid, or whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3 kid. I mean, he can do a lot of different things and cause a lot of disruption. But do I think he's a TNT champ? Do I think he's a champion? No, I don't think he's a champion. But somebody that's close to winning a championship all the time. Now, as a tag team champion, yes. Tag team champion, put him in the tag team and go and win those Ring of Honor tag team championships. Make him, put him, let him win a hardcore championship or something. He can win a championship or a Ring of Honor championship or something like that and be featured on AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision. You got to get AEW Collision. You got to build that thing up. But him as the TNT champion, him representing this thing, man, no. I don't think so. That's not something I would do. And I know he's growing on a lot of people. They are pushing him and everything. You know, he, like I say, he's an annoying guy. But right now, man, I just think there's some more work that needs to be done with him. But he's somebody that, you know, he's somebody that about every week you want to feature and you want to put out there because, yeah, he's just one of these guys, man, that's around and that could do some, you know, he can do some crazy things. He can do some amazing things that will fit into a TV program, into a wrestling program, straight up. All right, AEW World Trios champions. Castagnoli, Pac, and Yuta. Crazy. Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio. That's who should be the world champion. Why is he in there with that group, man? Why is he in there with that group? You're wasting his talent, man. Tony Khan is wasting this guy's talent. Straight up, man. This is just flat crazy. This is flat crazy. And hey, Pac, very talented wrestler too. Very talented wrestler too. But, you know, Pac and Wheeler Yuta, those guys can, you know, hey, as they have those championships, Claudio let him go off and, you know, chase the World Heavyweight Championship. But the Trios Championship, man, that should be show up every now and then. Every now and then. Defend that at house shows, you know, but AEW doesn't have house shows, but they need to pretty much have some of them. And, you know, defend that, go down to Ring of Honor, defend it. You have another one. Let these guys go over and combine these AEW Trios Championship with Ring of Honor Trios Championship, if they still got that one too. Let that thing be combined into one. And, you know, Yuta, Pac, they need to get another guy, man. Maybe bring in Trent Beretta or somebody as their tag champion. Take Claudio Castagnoli out of that and let Claudio Castagnoli go for that World Heavyweight Championship, guys. Straight up. But, yeah, Pac do amazing things, but him and Yuta can be a great tag team. And then, you know, a little bit later on, maybe a year or two down the road, then Pac can go back on his singles mission. And then you can have Yuta branch off. But Yuta always will be a mid-card guy for a while, in my opinion, guys. All right. Kazuki, let me just say his last name, Okada, guys. Kazuchika, man, I'm not going to do it. Let's just say Okada. But Okada, great wrestler, guys. Great wrestler. Outstanding. Should be handled kind of like Gunther. Maybe not on that level 100%, exactly what Gunther's doing, but he should be handled like Gunther over there. He really should. And, you know, have the AEW Continental Championship, but you need to raise that thing to the level of the Intercontinental Championship. And like I said, Okada should be handled like Gunther. But, you know, one thing about Gunther, when he was the champion, Gunther knocked down contender after contender after contender. That's what you need to do with this guy. He's that incredible. Straight up. All right, so that was all the champions, man, on AEW. I know Ring of Honor got their own thing. And, you know, I'm not going to do Ring of Honor with this. But, yeah, right now I'm on to the man's roster here. But let me go ahead. I just now went over the champions, guys. So just went over the champions. And let me go ahead and check out. Let me go ahead and get some more comments here. Play a little bit more music. All right, let's see where we at. All right, Green Randall, that was the last one I got, and that was the last one. That was the last comment. Okay, cool. All right, man. Let's see what else we got here. All right, but yeah, I pretty much talked about champions. Talked about how I would pretty much, you know, try to position these guys. And this is the way I think it should go. And if it goes that way, in my opinion, that's just in my opinion, man. You know, hey, I'm not an expert. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, I know all or whatever. But, man, you know, I just think some things need to be established. And like I said, you need to establish your champions and you need to establish them and put them in a position to where they can lose, but it'll be hard for them to lose. Yeah, straight up. But, man, guys, I'm going to come back tomorrow and I will do that roster. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm try to start off early and I'm going to be doing the roster. I'm probably going to schedule this thing or I'm probably going to do it, pretty much on tape delay or whatever, record them. And pretty much I'm going to go through that whole roster with AEW. But I appreciate everybody coming in, guys. Hey, rocking. And me and Chris, like I said, will be back on here at 7:45, man. I plan on coming on at 7:45 and pretty much doing some things with Mr. Burton here, guys. So 7:45, we'll be doing Monday Night Raw, and we will be doing Monday Night Football, guys. But hey, let me go out with a little bit of music. All right, so guys. And hey, all prayers out to my girl Alma Clark, guys. All right, remember to join us tonight. Join us tonight, guys, as we be doing our thing with Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Football. Straight up. Talk to everybody later. Have a great day. Well, hey, we'll be on in just a little bit, guys. See you in just a little while. Stay straight up. Peace.